Do you ever have days where you feel like you're riding a bull, like you're barely hanging on to this wild beast as it's doing everything it can to throw you off? Well, those are the days that I like to have at least twice a week, and I'll tell you why. It means that real progress is being made. Like today, for example. Today I had a really busy, chaotic day. I was hiring several new people here at Strive. I was getting new pages set up on the website. I'm putting in place a new system to scale, and just overall things were very busy with not enough hours in the day. So here's what I realized over the years. If you experience long periods of time where you feel like you're fully in control of everything and all the events of your days unfold at a very relaxed and slow, peaceful pace, there's a problem. You're not pushing hard enough. You're just cruising. You're drifting along. And that's okay to do some of the time, but certainly not all of the time. Otherwise, it just means that you're becoming too complacent. Having at least 2 chaotic days in your work week, that's a very good thing. That's where real progress is occurring. There's this quote, and I can't remember exactly who said it, but it's something to do about if you walk into an office, like a company workplace, and everything is peaceful. Everyone's sitting at their desk and no one seems to be rushing. The telephones are not ringing. You don't see people scurrying about in the office. Everything's just really peaceful and calm. Then that workplace, that company is in trouble. Because companies that are doing well and careers inside that company that are doing well, usually things are happening fast. There's deadlines that people are rushing to meet, and things aren't always under perfect control. In fact, there's a little bit of chaos evident in that workplace. And I'm not giving any advice here to entrepreneurs or business owners. I'm talking about people in their career working for different companies. If things are overly calm, that is not a good thing. Let me give you an example. When I started out in my online career, in my early 20s, there were years that went by where really I was making no progress whatsoever. I was showing up, I was putting in the time, but things were just not moving forwards. And then I remember the first time I ever had periods of time, days or weeks that would go on where I had extreme deadlines to meet. For example, I'd announced to my audience that I was going to have something done by a certain time. And so then I was rushing to meet that deadline, and I just felt like I didn't have enough time. I wish I had more time. I could feel the stress, I could feel the strain. It was during those periods of time where I felt like I was riding that bull that real progress actually happened. And what I began to notice is when I had a long absence of those periods of time, chaos, stress, strain, that was a problem. Things weren't moving forwards. I wasn't making progress. So I learned to associate having those chaotic times with progress. And when I noticed an absence of those chaotic times, what I would do is I would purposely create situations where I was thrown into that chaos again. So what I'm saying is I learned to seek chaos. Now, this doesn't mean that you deliberately want everything to be organized and you're always putting out fires in your job. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is if you don't have deadlines that you're rushing to meet, if you don't feel like sometimes, at least twice, 2 days per week, that things are a bit out of control, that you can't keep up with everything, then you're just drifting along, and that's not a good thing. When too much time goes by without some of those chaotic periods of time, then it's time for you to get uncomfortable. Now, a great way to create more good chaos in your life is to pick these big ambitious goals and action steps that you're going to commit to for at least 10 days and then announce them on your social media. Put them in Facebook groups or put them on your wall or wherever you want to. But the important thing is now you've got some accountability and now you've got to rush to get things done. So you voluntarily put yourself in uncomfortable situations that you know will bring the best out of you. That's really what the Strive 10-Day Challenge is all about. If you want to take part in it, it's completely for free. All you have to do is enroll at changeyourlifein10days.com. And I'm going to have someone from my team, your accountability partner, they're going to be calling you every single day and asking, did you get this done? Did you get that done? And you determine what those action steps are for you based on what are your goals. So you're going to pick about 2 or 3 different goals at the start of this process, and then you're going to work towards achieving them. So if you want to take part in that, again, changeyourlifein10days.com. But otherwise, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.